Hey guys, it's Ashley here, and it's been a really long time since I made a video. About 3 months maybe. Um, and well, the Breaking Dawn DVD box set is going to be coming out in about 3 weeks. So I decided to make a video to show you all the Twilight merchandise I bought, or own, and or own. Okay, so most of the merchandise I bought was around when the movie was released in theaters. I bought a lot of them at the movie theater. Do they sell merchandise at the movie theater in America? I don't really know, but and some of them I bought online. I don't own any clothing though. I wish I did, but most of the Japanese Twilight T-shirts are really tacky. It's just the logo saying Twilight Saga Breaking Dawn, and it's just black. It's not fitted. It's like the basic T-shirt for men's, and as opposed to the ones in America where they sold at Nordstrom with these cute fitted T-shirts with these cute Twilight quotes on it, and I'm really jealous of the people who have the clothes or T-shirts. Okay, so let's get started on all the books I own. Sorry for the bad quality. I'm still new at this. Okay, so let's get started with Twilight. Um, Well, for some reason, I own 3 copies of Twilight, as in the first book. Um, well, when I first started reading Twilight, which was about when Eclipse was released, the book, my mom, she bought me all 3 of the books at once, and for some reason, the Twilight, the first book, was the only one that was a bit smaller than Eclipse and New Moon. And this is it. It's really worn out. I take it everywhere with me. On the train, I read it on the train. Like when I first bought it, I was so obsessed with it. It was just, I read it every day and I reread my favorite parts, and I still do, so. But it's still smaller than the rest of the books. And I was annoyed that this book was smaller than the rest of the books. Even when I bought Breaking Dawn was bigger than this. So, I went to the bookstore and I bought the original size. As you can see, it's bigger than this one. And I don't read this. I just put it on my bookshelf next to the other books because they're the same size and it looks complete. And then Twilight the movie came out, and when the movie comes out, the book cover, it has like the movie poster on it, and I needed that. I couldn't not buy it. So of course, I went to the bookstore and I bought the book. Again, I don't read this either. It's a different format than the other books, with the pages being smaller. So I just stick with the very first book, Twilight book I bought. It's my New Moon books. As you can see, it's really neat. It's probably like the cleanest book out of my entire Twilight collection for books. It's probably because it's my least favorite book in the entire series. Because I'm Team Edward, but my favorite movie is actually New Moon. And of course, my movie poster book. Yes, I bought it. As you can see, it's kind of worn out here, but it's not because I read it. It was like this when I bought it. This was the neatest one they had in the bookstore because it was imported from America. For Eclipse, I bought 3 copies of the book, and it's not because they were different sizes or the movie poster, because I bought the movie poster. Even if I did, I'd only still have 2 copies, but it's a really embarrassing story. When I was in the 5th grade, I thought it'd be a really cool idea to laminate the book cover to make it shiny and like the hardcover versions because it was paperback. And I didn't know how to laminate. I don't think you could, so I used clear tape, and I just taped the entire book cover, and it looked absolutely horrible. I thought it was a totally bad idea. It looked so gross, so I took it off. But as I took it off, the ink started coming off with it, and when you peel it, there's these like white spots. And so after I took it off, I started to dot the white spots with my permanent marker, and that even just made it worse. And I'll show you guys what it looks like. It looks really bad. Wait, I don't know if you guys can see it. Well, it looks really bad in person. I'm not exaggerating. See, even this part, I haven't really painted it yet. And the tape is still on. See, it looked horrible, right? But I didn't take this part off because I was scared the book might fall apart if I did. And so I went to the bookstore and I bought this version. I love Eclipse. I read Eclipse a lot as well, but Twilight is still #1 for me. And my movie poster version, see in the back, like the Japanese price tag right here, costs about $13 probably right now. Probably $14 right now since the comedy sound, but and for my Breaking Dawn books, right here, I have 2 copies of this book. As you can see, it's pretty worn out here. When I first bought this, I was pretty busy, so I always took it around with me to read it on the train or in a restaurant. I love the beginning of the story, the wedding scene, because it's so romantic. I'm such a girl. And of course my movie poster version. In the back you see the Japanese price tag. It's actually cheaper than Eclipse. It's about $2 cheaper. Wow. Probably because the economy went down in America. Next are the it's not the actual stories, but the short second life of Brie Tanner. Of course, every Twilight fan has to read this book. It's funny how she chose this like totally minor character and made a backstory of it. It was really interesting. Next, the Twilight graphic novels. I actually bought this really recently, probably in around February, probably. Because they didn't sell it in Japan, they only sold the Japanese version, and I hate reading in Japanese, especially Twilight books. I'm so excited for the next installment to come out, if there is. Is there? Oh my gosh, I'm such a bad Twilight fan, I don't know. Next is the Twilight Official Illustrated Guide. This is so interesting, especially the Volturi part. I love the Volturi part. I love how it starts to make sense as to why they're always together, even though, well, they're power-hungry bad guys, I guess. And of course, my Twilight Director's Notebook. Now this I take everywhere with me, except since it's hardcover, it's not so easily worn out. Except here, right here, it's getting a little white. I hate it when books start getting, you know, worn out and bent and messy. I assume you guys know what's inside, so I'm not going to show you. Yeah. Okay, and of course, everybody knows this book. Stephenie Meyer, the host, the other book she wrote. It's becoming a movie, so I'm so excited to watch that as well. I hope it releases in Japan, because sometimes if the movie isn't popular enough in America, then it won't release in Japan. Next, my Japanese version of the series. I actually didn't buy the entire series because I didn't really like reading it in Japanese, but I did buy up until New Moon. These two are combined and it's Twilight. I think the Japanese versions are ripoffs because they divide it into two parts, and they divided into two parts, and this one actually is divided in 12 parts for the entire saga, which is really weird because it should be 8, but no, some of the books are divided into 3 or 4 maybe. And this is actually Bella and Edward. They look so Asian, but of course, since a Japanese person drew this, they end up becoming Asian. And this is the New Moon one. Oh, I'm sorry, the book cover's on. Do you guys have book covers in America? Like, the store puts it on for you? Let me know in the comments below. I'm really curious. Right here, this is, it says Twilight 2, but it says right here New Moon on the very bottom. And it's really small. And I only bought this because I wanted this. I did read it though, but it's a bit different. It's the vibe is different. I don't know. It's translated, but then again, it's different because, you know, even if you translate languages, it's different. And this is the second part. For some reason, even though it's New Moon, they have the Twilight pictures on it. And this is the second part of New Moon. Okay, so that was it for the first part. I'm thinking about dividing this into 2 or 3 parts, possibly 4. I'm really sorry the first one was only about all the books, which you probably own. But I really want to show you guys my entire collection. So, yeah, stay tuned for the second part, and I'm really sorry it was only about books. I feel really, really guilty that I tricked you into, oh, I get to see all these cool merchandise, and I only talk about books. I should tell you guys this, like, in the beginning of the video. Nah, I'm gonna make you watch it all. Okay, so stay tuned for the next part. Next will probably be magazines? Probably, yeah. And it's really interesting because all the magazines are in Japanese. So you get to see what it looks like in another country. Okay, bye guys.